and 10. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for New England. 49 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing, Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. 2nd down at 5. Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. On 4th down, Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Here's a diving catch right side. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. Touchdown, Patriots. O.J. Howard, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man, it's Thornton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, that's caught by Howard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Chargers at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. There to make the tackle, Deion Leonard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
Harris is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On second down, it's Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to Taylor on first down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or Keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he finds Howard complete. Touchdown! O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Point after here coming up. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing.
Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This one from 48 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Takes it at the 7. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run again with Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jones now. Off play action. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive?
And my goodness, another interception. And the Patriots are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw. Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man. That's Campbell.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. They run for it with Harris, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic?
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll send Beckham in motion right. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Taylor. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And now here is another interception. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Sees Howard near the sideline, and he's got it.
They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
On 2nd and goal, Jones flushed out right.
Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Troy Anderson.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Without much defensive resistance on that drive, and really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Charger drive about to get going. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
First and 10, Taylor now. He'll take this to the 46.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Herbert off of play action.
Rolling to his right.
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Pats are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.